Hey everyone, what's up? It's Fame1, James Amos. Whatever, just a guy. Just some random dude. Just a guy who plays Destiny, who wants to talk about Destiny. Why do I want to talk about Destiny? I I just have a couple things that I honestly would like to get off my chest. Some might call this a rant or talking shit. I might like to call it a wild tangent. But basically, uh, well, let's start with some context, really, because that's what everything needs. Everything needs a little bit of context. This is my old gamer tag, Precut Fame. Um, I'm an old dude. I'm 36. I've, you know, I played PC shooters when I was a kid, like Doom or Wolfenstein, or like I, I, I can't even think of the other name, but nothing too hardcore. By the time 94 and 95 rolled around, I was still using um, a Sega Saturn. Um, Basically, that was my main gaming system. Like, I grew up poor, so the computer we had wasn't top of the line. So like you know playing games well um, just 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 wasn't possible. I've always been a console gamer. Um, so I was always a Sega kid up until about 2001, 2002, when I at the time had a Dreamcast and went over to my friend Steve's house, and Mr. Tishy had an Xbox, and we were playing. I don't even remember the game, honestly. I do not know the game, but he was playing the Xbox, and just music was playing through, and I was like looking around his room, and I didn't understand. I was like, "You don't have a seat. Where's the music coming from?" And he was like, the Xbox. And I was like, this is the soundtrack for the game? And I mean, this is some like fucking, some rap. Like, a lot of curse words. And he's like, no, man. Like, the Xbox, you put CDs on it. And that blew my mind. And, but, a couple months later, I ended up getting an Xbox. And um, kind of stuck with Microsoft since. You can see the PlayStation 4. I've had a PS3. I have nothing against Sony as a manufacturer, but as you know, as a video game company, I think they're not great. Um, but we'll get into that. Anyway, and the Xbox, played Halo, of course, but me and my roommate, me and my buddy Thompson, Rogue Beef, ended up getting Xbox Live for Rainbow Six, Black Arrow 3, I think, or Rainbow Six 3, and then Rainbow Six 3 Black Arrow, yeah, and then also Ghost Recon. Eventually, Halo 2 came out. I went to the midnight launch, fucking sat in line. I actually won Crimson Skies that night, which was pretty cool. And, went home, played Halos, and then went over to Thompson's house, and he had the internet. And fucking we played Halo 2. Holy fuck. A couple months later, I ended up moving in with Thompson. Because I ended up losing my job, and then I basically just played Halo 2 like it was my job. I mean, like basically fucking all day, every day. I lived and breathed and just loved Halo. This only holds so much, so much. But I played a lot. This would go back forever. And then this is my new gamer tag. Go ahead and delete that. This is Fame1. This is what I am right now. this, you can see I've put, so what, 1,000 games. I think I get the 39 right there in Halo 3. I mean, I also played a little bit of Halo 2 on this one. So another 333 games at least. But, like, I mean, I loved Halo. I mean, I still do. Like you put me on, you know, Ascension with like a sniper and a shotgun, or a sniper or a beam rifle and a sword, I'm gonna do some work. Like, I loved me some Halo, but you know, eventually Bungie, you know, was allowed to purchase themselves back from Microsoft, and they got out and they got on to Destiny, and I've put some time into Destiny. You know, people have played a lot more, I'm sure. So, you know, 1,500 hours. Time wasted on Destiny. You know, I'm not, you know, but I like everything about Halo. I like, you know, the multiplayer. I like the single player. I like the raiding. I love, you know, hey, official raid Sherpa. You know, thanks CC, thanks Kiz. But appreciate the shirt. Like, I mean, I love raiding. I love hanging out with friends and having fun. Like, you know, I'm not, you know, this video may get negative, but like, in general, I really love Destiny. Like, it is fun. But there are some things along the way that kind of turned me off. You know, some people getting fired, or some people just, you know, going away, like, you know, Staten. And it's like, you know, Staten basically wrote the story out. You know, Marty wrote 10 years worth of music, and then they were like, well, later we're going to keep Salvatore, and bye. And, you know, luckily he sued him and he got some money back out of him and won his lawsuit. But, like, you know, I like the game, but there's some stuff behind the walls that you know, that I fucking see. And well, it's fucking gross, you know, really. Like, you know, I don't want to be like too down the rabbit hole, but like, there are, you know, I might go conspiracy theory on some shit, you know, but like, I mean, I'm gonna give you some fucking hard facts. And, you know, I've played a lot of Destiny. You know, I'm not the best PvP player. You know, I've never been to the Lighthouse. I never really tried to consistently go. You know, I haven't played that many games in the Trials of Osiris. You know, I like objective-based games. You know, I like, you know, I play the objective. You know, I go for the objective. You know, that above kills, above anything else, you know. Whether that's good for this game or not, you know, it's obviously not. Like, you don't need the fucking objectives to win. But, like, it's funner. I prefer to run in and, like, melee. You know, I'm one of the worst people, probably, that you would think. Because, like, I melee a lot. I melee a lot, period. Like, always have. You know, guns, grenades, melee. Like, I am a firm believer in the Bungie trifecta. And, like, you know, whether my play style, I'm reckless a lot. And, like, I'm streaky. And I just like to have fun. You know, that's really all it is. But, you know, I guess we can look at the trial stats. If I can get my controller to work. Come on, mouse. Riveting content. Did I click it? Come on. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, okay. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've only played it like 8 times. Like, I find the game to be fucking laggy to begin with. Also, what's the fucking tick rate? Like, I don't understand what the tick rate is of Destiny. Like, what the fuck is the tick rate? A tick rate is, from my understanding, the time in which it takes your game to talk to the server and the server to talk back. Like really good competitive games like Counter-Strike, I think the tick rate is like 110, 114, 120. It's something crazy and it's something ridiculous. But its tick rate is 114. There was that Battlefield debacle when 4 came out, and it was like running at 30, I think, and it had major problems. And they bumped it up to 60, and they had that rubber band issue, and I mean that game's another fucking, whoa, that could be a video in itself. But it's the time in which it takes to talk to the server, and I have heard that Destiny is 10. Some people have also told me it's 15. If it's not actually 30, the 30 hertz of what the game is actually running at, then that is a problem to me. That's why you have, melee trades a lot. That's why you have, you shoot somebody, behind a wall and or you're behind the wall and you get shot and you die and you're like, I was definitely behind the fucking wall before that guy shot. Well, no, on his screen, a third of a second ago, he saw you, and so that doesn't matter. So whether it's half of 30 or whether it's 10, whether it's 20, it's not 30, and they're not coming out and saying what it is, and they're also not coming out and saying what Destiny 2 is, which is another worry I have of mine. Another worry is, how many styles of your class you can have. It seems like, from the math, there's like 30 something, 36, and in original Destiny, whether you like to use them or not, I used a lot of the fucking nodes on some of the people, and I like to change up the shit. And there was fucking like 300 or fucking some ridiculous shit. I think Slick made a video basically on that point. And there's some people who've been, pretty outspoken and not like, jerking old fucking Activision's fucking cock, basically. Who have been pretty chill. I'm not trying to call anybody out or fucking, say, oh, I'm better than you because I think this way. Whatever, dude. We all think however the fucking way we think, I follow Master Kiz, and I don't see anything a lot with that guy eye to eye. But I like him and I know his position, and that's what you need. I need somebody who is fucking, the same all the time and chill and not trying to fucking take anybody's shit and is fucking straight up. That's what I'm looking for out of a streamer. And you might want to call me pessimistic or cynical or fucking, a lot of those things. And I am. I definitely am. But it's I'm 36. I've seen a lot of fucking shit, I like to see the inside, of the gaming industry. That shit fascinates me. The game industry biz and the Kotakus and the fucking weird shit. But I just, I just think Activision is fucking gross. This is definitely not going to win me any fans over there. Activision is the worst, and there's a couple reasons why I think so. This is the Bungie Activision contract. This was released, what is this? May 21st, 2012. This is the original agreement between Microsoft and Bungie and Sony and Activision. This is the Bungie Activision contract. So this came out originally because back in the day, it was unsealed in the Call of Duty case. You can see that up here. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit. So that's better. So blah, 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 blah. So this is, where is it? Okay, April 16th, 2012. It's coming out May 21st, 2012. I believe the game is originally supposed to come out 2013. But that'll all be in this contract. So, it's saying the date, Activision, Bungie, offices. This is a business development, licensor, blah, blah, blah. This is May 31st, March 31st, 2010. This is a letter of intent. It's an LOI. That's what that is. This is the agreement right here, number 1. Product or products means the following that are developed during the development team, as such term is defined by Section 4.1. We'll get down there. A series of interactive entertainment software products being developed by a licensor based on the Destiny property. Planned to be massively multiplayer style, i.e. client-based mission structures with persistent elements, sci-fi fantasy, action shooter games, Destiny games, and individually each a Destiny game or Destiny Game 1, Destiny Game 2, Destiny Game 3, Destiny Game 4, for operation on the platforms and formals described in Section 2. We'll get to Section 2. That's the kicker. Major downloadable content expansion, backtype, blah, 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 comments, and individually each a comment or comment 1, comment 2, comment 3, comment 4. As applicable, smaller interstitial downloadable content software releases developed by licensor for each Destiny game, collectively DLC releases, and individually each a DLC release, conversions as defined in Section 5.1, and in any related value added service or any other premium content offered in connection with Destiny games and or comments. But products exclude ancillary markets, such as terms defined in Section 5.5 and Bungie.net, as described in Exhibit B. The concept document for Destiny Game 1 is attached here too as Exhibit A. So this came out when Vince Zambella and I forget the other guy's name were sued by Activision for not completing Call of Duty 3. And this was coming out because Bungie got an interesting contract here. This is the release plan. The release plan for Destiny games is currently comprised of 4 major Destiny game releases tentatively scheduled for the fall of 2013, 2015, 2017, and 2019, and 4 comment releases following each Destiny game release tentatively scheduled for 2014, 2016, 2018, 2020. In addition, as part of the Destiny games licensor, shall also produce DLC releases as mutually agreed by the parties in the time periods, retail, Destiny game, and comment releases. The expected business model for the products is a blend of retail packaged goods, although parties acknowledge and agree to the future retail model of iterations for the Destiny game to be via digital download rather than the disc or packaged goods, subscriptions, downloadable content, value services, microtransactions, the exact mix which shall be determined, blah, 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 blah. Platforms. This is, let me turn on my, So the original contract, this was a Microsoft exclusive to begin with. I mean, it's showing that, 2013, 15, 17, and 19. This was published in 2012. The contract was written up 2010, April 16th. I think this is right at the end of Reach. So it was a Microsoft exclusive, and we'll see that here. As described in the native release plan, Destiny Game 1, along with any DLC releases, as well as Comet 1, shall be initially developed by licensor to operate on and be compatible with the Xbox 360 video game console and the next successor console platform released by Microsoft. Blah, 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 the 720, Xbox One. The parties acknowledge and agree that the budget set forth in the payment schedule set forth in Exhibit E attached hereto is scope to the delivery for only the Xbox 360 SKU plus content pipeline for Destiny Game 1. The parties also currently contemplate the development. Oh, you can't because it's a fucking, yeah. The parties also currently contemplate the development and commercial release of Destiny Game 1 for the PlayStation 3 computer entertainment system in the fall 2014. So it's already in development. Bungie has already been making this game. Like there's or they already have designs for it, or whatever you want to call it, and they're basing it on the tech for the 360. Because they've been using it. The PS3 has 256 gigs of RAM. The Xbox has 512. I know the cell, and they you can make cells do processes and all that shit, but like initially it's it's half as much fucking RAM. Period. That's a problem. They didn't even know if it would fucking work on the PS3. The reason I bring that up is, so the European Dead Zone, I heard, was one of the first things they built for Destiny 1. This is Jason Schreier of Kotaku. This is on his podcast. During which one is this? Split screen for 5/19/2017. Our immediate reactions to Destiny 2 after the Destiny 2 reveal. So the European Dead Zone, I'd heard, was one of the first things they built for Destiny 1. And they wound up cutting it at some point when they were changing scope, because Destiny changed one scope. And then that's this other article right here. Oh, no, wait, that's not the article. What's the podcast? That's this Messy Truth article from 10/20/2015. I'll try and put all the links in the description below. Rate, comment, like, and subscribe. But at some point, they wound up changing scope because Destiny 1 changed scope many times, and eventually they moved it to Destiny 2. So the way it was described to me is it's this big, complicated map, and it's got caves and dungeons, and you explore it in depth, and blah, 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 blah. So here, and also in this article, I believe they talk about the European Dead Zone, or maybe one of the leaks from one of the testers back in the day. But it was running on the 360. It was up and running. Designed for the 360. It was one of the first things they've done. One of the first things they built for Destiny 1. One of the first things they built for Destiny 1. So, right here. A joint technical feasibility analysis that reasonably establishes the parties' mutual satisfaction that Destiny Game 1 is able to be developed for the PS3 at quality and feature parity to the Xbox 360 version of Destiny Game 1. The 360, 720, and PS3, blah, 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 Destiny Platform 1. They also mutually agreed to incremental budget to fund the PS3 technical feasibility, cost, blah, 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 blah. Purpose of calculating operating income, such as the terms defined in Section 11.1. Sorry, I need some water. However, that the event the parties here to agree that the PS3 version of Destiny Game 1 is not feasible, any cost of technical feasibility in excess of $2 million shall be excluded from the overall project accounting. The parties shall seek to conclude technical diligence, whether blah, blah, blah. Destiny Game 1 for the PS3 by no later than January 31st, 2011. So, like, in a couple months, the parties shall then commence a business diligence phase ending no later than March 30th, 2011, to ascertain the commercial desirability of the PS3 SKU, taking into consideration then prevailing information regarding expected market conditions and console transitions. The baseline framework for analyzing the SKU plan of the products is attached here to as Exhibit F. The licensor agrees that it shall not willfully take any actions or make any omissions in its development of the 360 version of Destiny Game 1 to hinder or undermine the ability to also develop the game for PS3. In no event shall the licensor be required to simultaneously ship Game 1 for the 360 and the PS3 in the fall of 2013. Licensor agrees that it shall not willfully take any actions or make any omissions in its development of the 360 version of Destiny Game 1 to hinder or undermine the ability to also develop Destiny Game 1 for the PS3. So there's balls out on the 360. If they couldn't make it for the PS3, then they couldn't fucking make it. Subject to the terms of Game 2 of Section 5, Destiny Game 2, along with any related DLCs as well as Comment 2, shall be initially developed by licensor to operate and be compatible with the 360, Xbox 720, and the Sony PlayStation 4. The next successor after the PlayStation 3. Blah, 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 configured for NTSC and PAL, video game systems. PS4, collectively, and the 360, the 720, and PS4 are referred to herein as the Destiny Game 2 console platforms. Personal computer with Windows operating systems PC, Destiny Game 2 PC platform, the Destiny 2 console platforms, and the Destiny 2 PC platform are collectively referred to herein as the Destiny Game 2 platforms. The parties agree to hear the prior commencement of the production of the Xbox 720, PC, PS4 SKUs of Destiny Game 2. So I know we're years, I'm dragging up old dirt. I know we're years past all this. But a couple months ago, old Herrick Hirschberger. I didn't think I could like anyone less than Bobby Kotick. But you done it, dude. I should just refresh this.
Am I right? Am I right or am I right?
Had a big vision for this game to make Destiny 2 a sequel-worthy successor to what they started with Destiny. And they've also really listened to all of you, to our community. And I think they've made all the right moves to make Destiny 2 just awesome. So let's hear it for Luke and Steve and Emmy and Mark.
I have no problem with those guys. They're doing a good job with what they have.
And let's also hear for the entire Bungie team that they're representing back home, who are just killing themselves to make this thing awesome for you guys. Amazing work. Now, long before I was a partner of Bungie's, I was a fan of Bungie's and their games, and it's just been an honor and a pleasure to call them our partners and to help them bring this vision to life. And for all of you who are here in person, in just a few minutes, you're going to be the first people in the world to put your hands on the controllers and get your hands on Destiny 2. You are going to play the first campaign mission that you saw at the beginning of the stream. You're going to get to team up with one another and experience a brand new strike. And you're going to get to battle it out in a brand new multiplayer map, playing a brand new multiplayer mode. So it's going to be a lot of awesome content. And for those of you who are watching at home thinking, well, that sucks for me, don't worry, we've got your back because we are going to be hosting a beta later this summer, so everyone will get a chance to get their hands on Destiny 2 before the launch.
Well, that's like today and tomorrow. Yeah.
Now, doing all this, bringing a vision and an undertaking as ambitious and huge as Destiny 2 to life, it takes more than just the great talent we have at Activision and the great talent we have at Bungie. It takes partners who also can see the vision and believe in the vision as much as we do. And we have a partner just like that in Sony. They have been by our side since really before day one. And these guys are, legit. Some of the hardest core Destiny players I know are on the team that we
Wait,
what?
They've
been hugely supportive every step of the way of Activision, of Bungie, and of the Destiny vision, including today, because they're providing all of the slick 4K PS4 Pros that you're going to be playing on today, just like that in Sony. They have been by our side since really before day one. And these guys are, legit. Some of the hardest core Destiny players I know are on.
Since before day one. When's day one? That is what has me so fucking pissed and just awfully feeling gross. Like, I could play in the PS4 right there. I prefer the 360. I prefer the fucking Xbox One, whatever the hell it's fucking called. Like, it's all. So what happens after all this comes out is Sony fucking swoops in and makes them an offer they couldn't refuse. Because they see this. If it's not good enough, no fucking PS3 version. Fucking, you're not getting it till fucking, PS4. Like, they were not having that. And now we got this fucking 2.5 year long fucking windows of exclusivity. And like, now I can afford a PC, but like, and I believe that I might have people that I might be able to play with, but like, I like consoles because they're closed systems and there's less cheating and everyone has a fucking controller. Well, except for this fucking upcoming update where fucking people can use mouses and shit. But like, I want everyone on the same playing field, I don't want the guy, but I know the PC players do. That's why you're over there on PC. That, you spend fucking, $2,500 on a rig. And I just did that. I want you guys to have the PC. Actually, that PC version looks freaking amazing. Like, I haven't built a PC for fucking like 5 years. Like, while my rig could play it, like I'd rather just play on the console. When the X comes out, I might pick that up. Like, I just depends. If that thing's worth the money, we'll go ahead and grab it. But like, I have a 4K TV. I'm ready for it. The PS4 didn't grab my fucking attention because half the games don't have fucking anything, and like, there's fucking no way I'm playing Destiny on the fucking PS4. Like, period. Like, that whole shit is just grossed me out. And like, these are just my opinions. This is just my feeling, and I don't, there's probably not many people that are like me, but like I am fucking disgusted by the whole situation. Like, I mean, this contract's out there. Like, for them to fucking say that marketing ass bullshit is just fucking ridiculous. Read this shit. Like, oh, I probably shouldn't have deleted this, but like, this is, and then because the PS3, it had the shit for it, and because the fucking PS3 and the PS4 were the lead platforms, like, we, the gamers, us, were deprived of the fucking game we should have had in the beginning. And they had to chop up fucking State and Story, and fucking, they had to fucking basically fire Marty O'Donnell because they couldn't afford, like, they were, there were, I'm guessing, pressures from outside in order for them, to keep a bottom line. And I understand, Pete Parsons isn't my favorite person in the world, but like, he's a good businessman, always has been. It's just like, I'm going to play on Xbox. Like, you should play on Xbox or the PC, and you shouldn't buy the PS4 version. And you should say no to marketing deals like this. Like, the only reason why that marketing deal was like that, oh, I deleted it, was because they didn't know if they could put it on the PS3. There was, maybe down in the fucking rest of the contract it actually stated when time zones came out, but there was no, you get a year of exclusive bullshit or this or that, like, and maybe it is. I read the whole thing years ago, and it's just like, but anyway, I just wanted to get this out there. I know the beta's starting today. I'm excited for it. And I'm pretty sure everyone else is. But it's just like, I'm not trying to call anyone out and like, you can't be positive or any bullshit like that. I'm just saying, like, if I'm negative in your chat, or I'm, well, you're going to see it as negative. I'm going to see it as just fucking whatever. But, like, the facade's gone. Like, the game we were promised was fucking dismantled and destroyed and sold to us through fucking, through whatever the fuck this bullshit is. Like, and even then, they couldn't even fucking hit their marks, and it's no, it is some of their fault of their own. They made their fucking tech. Like, I saw the problems that fucking, Microsoft had making, the Master Chief Collection go to 60 frames a second. Like, they had no idea. I hope everything turns out fine, but the no dedicated servers, and the no idea what the net code is, and we're gonna find out, but it's a beta with a small amount of people. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people, 6-7 million, but like, it's a drop in the bucket. Like, also, our problem last time was there was a lack of content, and there doesn't seem to be any. I know the guy said, "Oh, we're going to complain that there's too much story," but like there doesn't seem to be any like open world area that we're going to get to explore, and like that was the thing, is like, oh, they said in an interview, we didn't want to, we gave too much in the original beta. Well, yeah, you gave us like fucking 8 missions. But like, you could have certainly gave us a fucking area to explore. And the thing I was promised with Destiny, the thing that I will probably always go back to is like, you see that? You can go there. Like, and that wasn't just like, oh, you can just kind of know. No, like, they meant, like, that mountain over there, that was fucking Fellwinter Peak. Like, you can fucking physically drive over there. Like, you know, the game I was sold on and hyped on is like, it's basically no more. And, you know, Luke Smith in an interview said that the what the fuck is she called? The Stranger Story would start. Like, there. Anyway, I could go for another fucking hour. But thanks, guys. Hit me up late. Like, comment, subscribe.